Hey, what's up guys? My name's Shane. Today I'm going to be sharing some tips for you first-time fighters. So I get this question a lot from kids in grade school, elementary school, and high school, even people training who want to go into their first amateur boxing match or mixed martial arts fight. Needless to say, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, just thinking about arguing with your parents or with your friend, it's not a comfortable feeling. Now throw into the mix fist flying and people really wanting to hurt each other. It can get kind of scary. So today I want to give you guys some tips, some advice to help calm down and how to ready yourself for a fight and what to expect. So think about it. When you're going into a fight, what do you want to do? You want to beat the kid up without getting hurt, right? You want to win. Well, guess what? The kid you're fighting wants to do the exact same thing. He wants to win. And this is any case. If this is a mugger trying to beat you up and steal your money, he wants to win. If it's a kid in a schoolyard, he wants to win. If it's someone on the other side of the ring, he wants to win. Okay, so in a fight, usually before it starts, you're going to get lightheaded. This is normal. Your arms are going to feel really light. Your legs are going to be wobbly. You're not even going to want to fight. Even if you're really angry at the other person and for the past week you've been talking about how you can't wait to beat this kid up, when it comes down to it, moments before the fight, you're not going to want to do it. And the truth is, no matter how angry your bully is or your opponent, he doesn't want to fight either. He may show it and he may want to win, that's one thing, but unless your opponent is completely drunk or out of their mind, no one really wants to fight. You're going to be lightheaded, that's normal. Your arms are going to feel weak and light, that's normal. When you punch, it's going to feel like you have no power and you're punching really fast. That's normal. You have power, trust me. If you land a good hit on the nose, no matter what, even if it's just a good pop, he'll feel it, okay? You're gonna want the fight to be over as soon as possible. It's just the way it happens. As soon as you get in there, you're gonna want it to be over. When you guys get broken apart, you're gonna want it to be over. You're gonna wish that your opponent says, I'm done, the whole time, I promise you. That's just the way it happens. And what's gonna happen is he's gonna wanna keep going or you're gonna wanna keep going. And what's going to happen is he's going to say he wants to keep going, and when he does, you need to say, all right, let's do it. Even though in your mind you want it to be over, I promise you he wants it to be over too. You need to be confident. You need to say, okay, let's go, and run right back into it. You need to scare him. You need to intimidate. You need to be aggressive. Just be confident. Radiate the confidence, and that'll break down on your opponent. Pain doesn't necessarily slow you down. It's more like disability, broken bones. I mean, the older you get, I mean, when you're younger, if you're younger and watching this video, if you get hit in the nose and it hurts, or you get hit in the head and you get rattled, that probably will scare you and you want it to be over. Once you get older, you kind of just get in the zone, and the things that'll stop you are either your nerves and emotions or other people, unless, like I said, it's you give up verbally, or you have a broken bone, or visually you're impaired or something like that. But think about that and think about how you can utilize that against your opponent. So, trips, get them on the ground, hold them there, and tell them, like, this is what I could be doing, or do it a few times. Elbow them in the nose and in the face, and then say, do you want more? If not, this is over. Or disable them. I mean, chokes. Like I said, don't condone it. I don't condone it unless your life is really at stake, but that's a good way of disabling your opponent. Vital spots, the neck, the groin, the jaw, the eyes. Be aggressive, but it's not always about offense. There's defense in fights too. Defense is footwork, don't forget that. So even if you're not blocking or slipping, then you're just moving out of the way and you're not where he wants you to be. And that right there is enough to just give you that edge to beat him in a fight. I will say that fighting is exciting. It gives you a chance to prove yourself and prove to other people what you're capable of. It tests your limits, but even with all of these things, it's just not worth it. All the bad things that could come of it, injuries, you get arrested, you get kicked out of school. There's way more negatives than there are positives, trust me. I've said it in my other videos, your opponent is human just like you. So one way to get into your opponent's head is, what are you thinking? Think about what you're thinking, and your opponent's probably thinking the exact same thing. Now, when you're thinking about your first fight, say you have one scheduled, which off topic is really stupid. If you have a fight scheduled and you can avoid it, avoid it. The only time you should fight is when your life is at stake your personal safety or your loved one's personal safety is at stake. That's the only time you should fight. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Now, going into a fight, you've probably seen action movies with fights. You've probably seen boxing matches and mixed martial arts highlights where people throw a beautiful combo, you know, and land every hit, and the guy goes down, hits the canvas, and it's over, and his family comes running out and lifts him up in the air and carries him away, and it's a happy ending. I got news for you guys. A fight isn't going to work like that. Okay, you're probably not going to land more than 2 hits at a time. For every punch you land, he's probably going to hit you. Street fights aren't pretty. Okay, it's nothing like it is in the movies. So my advice to you is, when you go into a fight, don't expect to go out there and you throw a punch to the stomach and he goes down. And when he goes down, you grab him by the head and you knee him in the face. And when he goes back, then you punch him in the face and he falls down, because it's not going to work like that. You can't plan a fight. You got to take it as it comes. You got to be ready. That's one thing, to be ready for a fight. But you can't plan it A, B, then C. It just doesn't work like that. Because if you punch him in the stomach and he moves out of the way, then you go to reach for his head like you planned and he's not there, he's over here. Or if you punch him in the stomach and it doesn't hurt him and he starts punching you in the face, you're not going to be able to react the way you wanted to. Especially if it's your first time, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and you need to accept that. That's okay. Practice and experience, like any other sport, any other hobby, makes you better. Now, I'm not condoning street fighting here. I'm not saying you should fight as much as possible, because you shouldn't. You shouldn't fight at all. If you want to become a better fighter, join a gym. Okay, you want to be ready for a fight, you had everything all planned out, but now that I told you this, you're bummed and you don't know what to do. So you're probably wondering, how do I get ready for a fight? Okay, stamina is one thing that people don't have a lot of. If you have more stamina, you'll be able to turn it on from the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight, and you'll be one step above your opponent. So you should train your stamina by running, by doing other road work, swimming, cycling, stuff like that. Shadow boxing. It's a good stamina workout, and it gets you ready for the fight. Practice all the things you're going to be doing in a fight, so when it comes time, it's natural. You're used to it. Your muscles are used to it. Your brain's used to it. You can do conditioning. You can do push-ups, sit-ups, squats. You know, exercise all your muscles and get them strong and ready for the fight. Okay, guys, it was just a quick little video for you. Just some tips. Remember them. Take it to the bank. It's good stuff. I'm Shane, FightTips.com. I got an ebook coming out. I wrote an ebook called Fight Bible. And as you'd imagine, it's everything. It covers everything about fighting, everything you'd ever need, everything that's in my videos and more. And I've had the help from previous trainers, from people in Thailand. It's stuff from all over the world. People on my forums who are from all over the world and train all over in all different martial arts, who are athletes in every respect, bodybuilders. We got medico, we got doctors. Everything's in this book. I mean, it'll be up soon. I'm working on it. When it's up, I'll be sure to let you guys know. I'll give you the link where you can check it out. I've been working on this book for years. It's good stuff. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Check it out. I hope this answers your questions. I hope it helps you guys out a lot. Like I said, just relax. It's a fight. Fights happen. I mean, they could have serious consequences, but your parents fought. Your brothers and sisters fight. You know, just be ready for it. Don't overthink it too much, because when the time comes, you might be like, okay, I thought about this. This is how it's got to pan out. Just stay calm. Keep your cool. Go in there. Just keep your hands up. Throw your punches. Keep moving. You'll be good, guys. All right, Shane. Check you later. FightTips.com.